Good evening. We're going to try that one more time. Good evening, everybody. It is with great honor and privilege that I'd like to introduce to the Queens County Women's Bar Association, the U.S. Senate Majority Leader, Charles Schumer.
Thank you, everybody. It's great to be here tonight at Russo's, and I eat at all the different catering halls. You know, I've been in the Senate a while. By the way, this is my 5th term. I'm the first New Yorker ever to have 5 terms in the Senate, so thank you for that. Just was elected. But anyway, I eat a lot of the catering halls, and no place does pasta as well for hundreds of people than Russo's. So you're in for a treat. Audrey knows. Angie knows too. Anyway, it's great to be here tonight, and it's a great night for Queens, where we really get to celebrate an outstanding leader, Preet Gill. Preet, congratulations on becoming the next president of QCWBA. By the way, she's not the first Preet I know. Many of you may know that I appointed Preet Bharara, same last name, same country of origin, but different gender, to be the U.S. Attorney in the Southern District a while back. And so it's great to be here with another great Preet. I know how proud everyone is of Preet. And your family, I take it they're at the table. It's really good to see your parents here because you are a great American story, the Gill family. So Darshan and Daljit, congratulations to both of you. To Alex, Logan. Is Mia here? No, she's too little. But what beautiful children and what a beautiful family. And I also want to congratulate all the incoming members of the executive committee and the incoming board members. Stand up if you're on the executive committee or a board member. Congratulations to all of you. We all know that leading the QCWBA is an immense responsibility. Attorneys in Queens face challenges and realities found nowhere else in the world. For one, we're the most diverse place on earth here in Queens, something we're proud of. Over 800 languages are spoken in this borough alone. Half of the residents are foreign born. There's no community in America like Queens. It's a microcosm of the entire world in one borough. What a beautiful thing that is. And we all get along, unlike some other places in America where people don't get along. We do everything to try to do everything together, and the QCWBA is at the head of that. For 90 years, the Queens County Women's Bar Association has provided women attorneys with mentorship, networking, and the education necessary to succeed. We all know the barriers that have been placed in the way of women. And so when you have an organization where women can gather and discuss and give each other strength and work with each other, it's so important. And Preet is precisely the right leader to serve as your next president. She comes from an immigrant family. Her parents are Punjabi Americans. And listen to this is a wonderful story. Preet wasn't born with a silver spoon in her mouth. Growing up, she'd come home from school and help her parents run their small clothing shop up on Allerton Avenue in the Bronx. And so she saw all kinds of personalities during the years. Her family, like mine, my father was an exterminator, never had much money. I'm the majority leader. How bad could America be? My sister once sent him a Father's Day card that said, "Dad, we're the only family that associates the smell of DDT with love." Because he'd come home from the office, smelling of all the chemicals. Anyway, Preet climbed that ladder, the great American dream. After graduating from law school with honors, things weren't that easy at first. She didn't like some others. She didn't have these high fancy connections that get you a big job right away. She built her career from the ground up, which I so respect. She worked close to minimum wage at a small law firm. Over time, Preet surrounded herself with mentors and friends who guided her, cared for her, helped her. And most importantly, Preet was introduced as this up-and-coming lawyer to the network of the Queens County Women's Bar. And using all of that, she has now become one of the top attorneys in Queens for immigration and estate planning. She's done so much good for so many families looking to get their foothold here in America. As a member of the QCWBA, she's done much to give back. That's a great thing about the country. Helping small and solo practices access greater resources, helping with language accessibility initiatives in the community, creating network opportunities for moms with young kids. You can also find Preet on Punjabi TV. I've missed that one. What channel is it? JUS Punjabi. She's offered legal educational programs for families trying to navigate the maze of the American legal system. And so now, as the next president of QCWBA, Preet will be a great voice for all of Queens lawyers, all of Queens working parents, and Queens' vibrant South Asian community. And I was just in India a while back, and it is a vibrant country. It's amazing. So let me just say, I feel so good being here. I like every word in your title. I love Queens, I love women, I love the bar, and an association. I like to associate. So folks, have a great night. Congratulations to Preet, and keep up the great work, everybody, in helping the people of Queens and America.
Hello, everybody. If I could just ask you to please just be quiet. I know it's nice to be around friends, but it's a special night for Preet, and I would like everyone just to give her your undivided attention if I could. I will say I was surprised when I saw Senator Schumer here. I didn't know he would be giving a speech, and even with his big staff and speech writers and everything, he managed to sneak 50% of my speech into his speech. So it actually works out well for everybody here. First of all, I do want to say to the outgoing president, Elizabeth Newton, congratulations on all your accomplishments. You're a wonderful attorney, a person of great integrity, and you served the office in its highest degree. So congratulations on all your accomplishments. But I couldn't think of a better person to succeed Elizabeth than Preet. And I was not sure about telling this story, but when I saw how Preet was dressed tonight, I feel that it's very appropriate. I actually became a member of this organization in 1992 when Madeline Eaglefeld and Mindy Treppel were very involved. And it was, I know it was after Maureen was the president, and I think Madeline was the president, but it was a few years removed from an incident where Madeline, who was a court attorney in civil court, came in and she worked for Bob Nauman, and she told him she had given much thought, but she had gone shopping that weekend, and she had bought a couple of pantsuits. And she wanted him to know because she was planning on wearing them to work. So she shows up on Monday with her brand new pantsuit on, and I was a court attorney. I was actually working for Phyllis Flug at the time. And a couple of the judges cornered Bob Nauman, and they wanted to know if he had seen how his court attorney was dressed, and did he know that she was wearing pants to work. And Bob looked at them and he said, well, because she's wearing pants, because I guess she likes them, I'm wearing pants, I like them. You're wearing pants, you like them. We better not say anything or we won't be able to wear pants. And literally, that was the end of it. But, you know, why I think that in a way it's important in a certain respect, it just goes to show how far in a way this organization has come. Yes, you have a ways to go, but I think a lot of the younger attorneys don't realize really what a struggle this organization had in the beginning. And I think a lot of those members would feel that you epitomize what they were trying to do and the type of people and attorneys they were trying to develop when this organization started. You are ambitious. You worked your way from when you were a young child. You worked in your parents' store. You worked your way through college. You worked your way through law school. You're very confident in your abilities. When you graduated from law school and the doors really weren't there to pay you what your talent was worth, you had enough confidence in yourself to go out and start your own firm with Alex. And that's a big step. But you have confidence. You also have collegiality. You're not out there working just for yourself. You're involved in many different committees. You have started a committee, I think, with the Women's Bar where you focus on small firms, which really are the lifeblood of a lot of the practice in Queens, certainly, of minority groups. You are a member, an active member of the State Bar. I know you've been involved in the diversity subcommittee for the State Bar for a while. And most importantly, you're a great mother to two wonderful children, Logan and Mia. And you're setting an example for them as well as far as what they should expect and how they believe society should treat women in general. So in sum, I would just say that I think as a person, you're a respected attorney and business person. You're valued as a community leader. You obviously are loved as a family member. You're generally admired as a woman who cares greatly for others and are certainly deserving of any number of honors or accolades that come your way, even though you're not somebody who goes out and actively searches for that just to satisfy your ego. And I just want to say I am absolutely honored and privileged to be able to have been chosen to administer your oath of office, and I'd ask you to join me on the stage.
All right,
Ready?
thank you so much, Angela.
Okay.
I'm not ready, I'm gonna run off now, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so if you raise your right hand, I
I, Navpreet Gill,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution and bylaws
the Constitution and bylaws
of the Queens County Women's Bar Association,
of the Queens County Women's Bar Association,
and will, to the best of my abilities,
and will, to the best of my abilities,
faithfully discharge
the
duties of the office
duties of the office
of President of the Queens County Women's Bar Association.
of the President of the Queens County, I'm so sorry, as President of the Queens County Women's Bar Association. There you go. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. I think all that excitement just made me forget exactly what I was swearing into for a second, so I apologize. But Judge Kelly, I also did not know that the Senator Schumer would actually come tonight, and my speech is also cut in half, although I feel maybe perhaps he took a sneak peek into my speech. So, but anyways, but thank you so much, Judge Kelly, for being here tonight for me. You were actually the first surrogate judge that I ever appeared in front of, and I still remember I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't. But come January, you will be missed in courtroom 62. It's been an honor learning from you, working with you, and from time to time, disagreeing with you. Thank you for always supporting QCWBA and for being here for me tonight. It means a lot. So I'm honored to be installed as the president of this wonderful organization. Russo's is filled with people that are very dear to my heart, and I want to first take the time to thank them, or I will forget. I would like to thank my husband, Alex Kadashnikov, who is not only my husband, but also my business partner. I jokingly call him the first gentleman of QCWBA. Over the years, your support has been tremendous, and you've pushed me to achieve goals I did not believe I could accomplish. In fact, it was actually Alex that pushed me to continue our practice because there was times when I wanted to run away. So it's really you. Thank you for always being my overqualified nanny at these events. I want to thank my son Logan, as everyone knows. Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you very much, and thank you for always being so patient. Logan has been to so many of these events that he probably knows more judges than I do. I want to thank my parents, Darshan and Diljit Gill, who have always supported me. As you know, they immigrated from Punjab, India, and worked very hard so that my brother and I could have the opportunities that they may not have had. I am so happy that you guys did not push me to be a doctor, because I would have fainted on the first day of med school. They only had one rule. After college, get a degree. I don't care what it is, but you're gonna get a post-college degree. So I just wanna say thank you to you, and thank you to my brother Paul, who has always been my partner in crime. My paralegal, Rihanna Figueroa. There she is. Thank you for everything that you do. She is going to be a star someday. It'll be bittersweet the day you decide to go to law school. Thank you to my firm and my partners, Sheriak, Bowman, Anderson, Gill, and Kadashnikov. Say that 5 times really fast. For always supporting me and being here. Sometimes I have to, I feel like I drag you in, but thank you so much, because you guys are always there for me, and I appreciate that. And as I look into the crowd, I'm amazed that even my college and law school friends are in attendance. 2 of them flew in from Florida. No matter how far we live or what milestones we are reaching, I know that we're here for each other. Thank you, Taylor, Rebecca, and Louisa, for coming here and making me even more nervous than I ought to be. I blame my fumble on you guys, I think. This dinner is always a great party, and you can imagine how much work goes into it. It's like planning a wedding, and for that, I want to thank the entire dinner committee, and especially its co-chairs, who need a round of applause. Ravi Khatri and Callie Constantinides. Thank you. I don't think Ravi has worked in the last 3 days, so I'm sure you have a lot of emails to respond to. And finally, I would like to thank the board and our outgoing president, Elizabeth Newton, who has worked extremely hard over the last year. It's going to be hard following in her shoes, and she also deserves a round of applause. And there are dozens more that I would like to thank, but I'm sure Ravi is going to pull the microphone plug on me, so I need to continue. But leading up to tonight's dinner, I have spoken to friends and colleagues about this next chapter in my life. I was met with words of encouragement and support, but I was also presented with a very reoccurring question. Why are you doing this to yourself? And I even got that question today. It's a fair question. I'm a mother of 2 young children, a partner of a small firm. I have crayon scribbles all over the walls of my house, okay? Which I showcase as modern art to my guests. You have to accept it. But I did end up asking myself the same question. It was the perfect assignment for tonight's speech because it gave me a chance to reflect. And the answer is, I love it. My desire to accept this position as president actually goes hand in hand with my experiences with this organization and my vision for this coming year. As you guys already heard, when I graduated, the job market was bleak and I was working for a small firm, barely making ends meet. But this is where I met my husband, Alex, and that is how our firm started. I cannot tell you if the first dinner was a business meeting or a date. But we moved our office to Queens because our now partner, Alex Sheriak, became too seasoned to work on his litigation cases and offered us a position as of counsel in his office. And that is how the girl from the Bronx basically made her way to Queens. One day, my office suite mate, Barry Goldstein, I don't know where you are right now, graciously purchased a ticket for me to attend an installation dinner at QCWBA. And I asked him, what is QCWBA? The rest is history. What I did not expect from that year, as a matter of fact, E.J. Thorson was being installed as president. What I did not realize it was exactly a year from that day, I would be sworn in as a state delegate for this organization. Thank you, Barry, for buying my ticket. I would say that all his dinner tickets are 50% off going forward, but I'm pretty sure Judge Graves would not agree with me. But as I became more involved in this organization, I started getting closer to my new suite mates, which, interestingly enough, Judge Kelly just mentioned, Ellie Freeberg and Madeline Eaglefeld. Two strong-minded, successful solo practitioners who also happen to be former presidents of this organization. They became mentors to myself and Ravi Khatri. I think there was a running joke with Judge Graves about whether or not Ravi and I came as a package deal. The answer is yes, but the package also includes Madison Porzio, who is now the vice president of Babasny. Thank you, Madison. Thank you, Madison, for always having my back. Allie and Maddie's doors were always open to me. During work breaks, we would talk about whatever was going on with work. Was opposing counsel being too difficult, or whatever our newest dramas were in our cases. But we also talked about the harsh realities of being a small firm owner as well. Business is slow this month, or business is doing great, but now I'm falling behind. I quickly realized that the issues I was dealing with as a brand new attorney seemed universal to a lot of small practitioners. One day, Allie brought me into her room and discussed the possibility of moving me up into the ranks of the organization. I shyly asked her what committees I should join, and what she said surprised me. She said, work on what you believe is important for this organization. And that is how the Private Law Committee was created. See, as Queens is one of the most diverse counties in the world, with over 7,200 attorneys who either live or work in this county. A large part of our membership consists of attorneys who are either solo practitioners or work in small firms. This is the beauty of Queens, its diversity. I dare to say that Queens probably has the most diversity when it comes to small law firm owners. Someone, probably me, should actually look into that and take a survey. Small businesses are great. They provide us with an opportunity to set up our own goals and provide us with the flexibilities on how we live our lives. As you guys know, I grew up surrounded by small businesses since I was 3. Instead of going home after school, I went to my parents' clothing store where I had my own little office, and I would spend hours pretending to do paperwork like my father. My parents' business gave them the flexibility of making a living and having their children nearby. I do the same today. Sorry to my partners, but my children literally run around the office sometimes to the detriment of doing work, but when childcare falls through, that's what happens. But the flexibility of running a small firm, we also have to deal with the daunting business requirements. I don't have to tell you that the practice of law is stressful enough. Now add to the burdens of payroll, marketing, rent, liability insurance, networking, the list goes on. This is why small firms fail. This is why a lot of female-owned law firms fail. As private practitioners, our product is the billable hour. However, numerous studies have shown that solo practitioners and law firms spend less time on billables as compared to their counterparts, the larger offices, because they need to spend time on the overhead. Actually, a recent study by the ABA has discussed the walkout theory, focusing on why women attorneys leave the profession. The top 3 reasons will not shock you. They are childcare, stress, and networking. When 5 p.m. comes around, our practitioners should not have to decide whether to attend a networking event or spend time with family or do whatever it is that makes them whole. Over the last few years, QCWBA has dedicated to creating programs keeping these issues in mind. For example, prior to the pandemic, we hosted a once-a-month breakfast roundtable strictly between the hours of 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. And the goal was to have our practitioners come, grab a bite to eat, and then we could just sit around and talk about topics that related to running a law firm. We even had judges, I think Judge Sampson and Judge Unger, thank you so much for coming, came to these roundtables so our members could speak to them. We introduced the concept of speed judging, where we brought the bench slightly closer to the bar. The program allowed our members to have 2-minute, one-on-one time discussions with our judges. I see Judge Grace smiling on that one, thank you. The goal was to alleviate the awkwardness. Have you ever been to a function and you see a judge that you want to talk to and you just shyly kind of go up and say, "Hi, Judge," and the judge goes, "Hi," and then that's the end of the conversation. And so, we tried to change it up, and the topics were funny, and they pulled things out of hats, and then they talked about it, and it was great. And as our outgoing president, Elizabeth Newton, stated, she hosted her first family and friends barbecue, which was a success. Our members had the choice to bring or not bring their families, and the children were so preoccupied during all the events that Liz had put together that they didn't need their parents, giving our members a chance to relax and network. In this coming year, we will strive to keep the momentum going and create more programs geared to helping our practitioners and providing them with tools necessary to grow their practice. The mentorship that I have received from people like Ellie and Maddie and many others in this room, the resources provided to me by this organization, coupled with finding the right partners, has helped me create a practice that I can be proud of. It breaks my heart that we lost Ellie along the way, and Maddie cannot be here today. And in their honor, I want to continue to provide the same support to our members as they did for me. It's actually no coincidence that I'm wearing this white pantsuit, so I'm glad you brought it up. As most of you know, I actually love my dresses generally. But exactly 25 years ago, Ellie wore a white pantsuit to her installation as president. This is in her honor and memory. We have come a long way since 14 women met in Jamaica, Queens to form QCWBA over 90 years ago. We see more women and minorities in the legal practice and on the bench, but we still have miles to go. I am committed to speaking with you and hearing your ideas so that this organization can be a bridge for success for our members. And we can and will have it all. Good night.
Hi, I'm just here to say congratulations to Preet, to the incoming board members. It's an amazing organization to be a part of, and I'm really excited for the new year, and congratulations to our outgoing leadership. Liz was amazing, she was awesome, and I think we could only get better from here. So tonight was wonderful.
ਸਾਡੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੁਈਨਸ ਕਾਉਂਟੀ ਵੂਮਨਸ ਬਾਰ ਐਸੋਸੀਏਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ ਨਵਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਗਿੱਲ ਬਣੀ ਆ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੁਈਨਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਬਟ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਅਤੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਐਂਡ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਚਾਰਲਸ ਸ਼ੂਮਰ ਅਸੀਂ US ਸੈਨੇਟ ਮੈਜੋਰਟੀ ਲੀਡਰ ਆਏ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੰਗਰੈਚੁਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਕਰਨ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਨੂੰ ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਕੰਗਰੈਚੁਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਕਰਨ ਐਂਡ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਵਰਗੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਵਕੀਲ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਵਰਗੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਲੇਡੀਜ਼ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਸਪੀਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਦਿੰਦੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਬਣ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਸੋ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਆਈ ਹੋਪ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਜੀ ਤੋਂ ਇੰਸਪੀਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਪਾਓਗੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਸੁਪਨੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਸਾਰੇ ਪੂਰੇ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ
The Punjabi community is one of the great communities in Queens and New York. I've been to India last year. I saw what a beautiful, growing society it is. But our South Asian community and our Punjabi community in particular are hardworking. Their children do even better than they do, and we love them. They're great for Queens, great for America.
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਕੁਈਨਸ ਨਿਊਯਾਰਕ ਸਿਟੀ ਤੋਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਹੈਗਾ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਗਿੱਲ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ਾਮਲ ਹੋਏ ਆ ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ ਜਾਂ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਬਣ ਗਈ ਆ ਕੁਈਨਸ ਕਾਉਂਟੀ ਵੂਮਨ ਬਾਰ ਐਸੋਸੀਏਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕੀ ਆ ਕੁਈਨਸ ਕਾਉਂਟੀ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਜਨਾਨੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਲਾਇਰਸ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਅੱਜ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਚੰਗਾ ਲੱਗਾ ਸੈਨੇਟਰ ਚੱਕ ਸ਼ੂਮਰ ਵੀ ਆਇਆ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਆ ਉਹ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਬਣੀ ਆ 90 ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਲੇਡੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵਕੀਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣ ਸਕਦੀਆਂ ਓਨਲੀ ਆਦਮੀ ਵਕੀਲ ਬਣ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਰਾਈਟ ਸੋ 90 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ 14 ਵਕੀਲਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਜਨਾਨੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਬਾਰ ਐਸੋਸੀਏਸ਼ਨ ਖੋਲ੍ਹੀ ਅਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ ਆ ਮੇਰੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਰਿਸਪੋਂਸਿਬਿਲਿਟੀਜ਼ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਕਰਨੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਰਨੀ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵਕੀਲਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਦੀ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਲਾਇੰਟਸ ਦੀ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਲਈ ਸੋ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਆਓ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਰੀਚ ਆਊਟ ਕਰੋ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਆਈਡੀਆਜ਼ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੁਝ ਵੀ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਮੇਰਾ ਦਰਵਾਜ਼ਾ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਓਪਨ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਐਂਡ ਮੈਂ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਅਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆ ਵੱਡੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਮੇਬੀ ਲਾਅ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਣ ਪੋਲੀਟਿਕਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਣ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਵੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਆ